Uh, uh, what's up, fam? This is Inpu, and I'm getting it set up. It's been a long break that I have taken. This is Seba Inpu coming to you live and direct. It's been a minute since I've been live on here, so I really just wanted to take this time and opportunity to jump on at the last Sunday of this year to give a little summary, particularly for this Western calendar year, talk about some important events coming up, things that are going on, things I want you to look forward to going forward, and just to kind of sum up what we're doing here with our liberation tools. Give me a couple of seconds. We're doing this simulcast over on Facebook Live as well. And so I want to be able to keep that happening. I think it'll be fun. All right, and here we go. We got that. And, well, here we go. We got that. Oh, no, I ain't doing that. None of that. Oh, hell no. None. Let's get that crazy mess out of there. Okay. And let's see what we got here. Where are we live from? Where is this? Oh. Okay, so I am on here. All right, holla, everybody. Get at it, brother. You'll see what's happening. So, like I was saying, we have reached the last Sunday of the Western calendar year, and wanted to come on briefly as I hadn't been on in a while. Hopefully you've had an opportunity to check in and get an opportunity to see some of the things that we've been doing with the Kemetic Aha and Sama Association. If you haven't, one of the cool things about what we've done in this past year is we've taken the opportunity to be together during this shelter in place. And one of the things that we've done is, in addition to offering the tools both on Zoom and on our YouTube channel, which I suggest you take a look at and grab some of the content that we have up there, we've taken this time to share with you tools that will aid you in cultivating a sense of community by practicing the tools that we've given you that will help yourself in terms of your physical, your mental, and emotional health. We've also, by sharing these tools, which are tools that we use in terms of getting in touch with the breath, what we've done on these Instagram live series that we call liberation tools, is provide you with the tangible, practical, measurable tools to effectively manage your mental health, your emotional health, and improve your physical health by engaging in either the Zoom classes that we've offered or reviewing them and doing them again on our YouTube channel. So our goal in sharing these physical, emotional, psycho-spiritual tools were to provide the community an opportunity to successfully navigate this pandemic, because many folks aren't providing tools. There are lots of folks that are out there, but we want to be able to either have you check us out or check out the other folks who are doing amazing work in giving people access to tools similar to our tools, in a way that actually will help you maintain your physical health, maintain your emotional health, maintain your mental health. Because this is an unprecedented incident, not just in the course of humanity, but in the course of all of our lifetimes, of all of us that are alive here on the planet. So just wanted to really pop on right here at the end of the year to really take a moment to entreat you to, while you have some time off with family, you get an opportunity, check out some of our stuff. You can use it like a podcast and have it playing in the background while you're prepping, family dinners or those kind of gatherings. You can utilize these tools while you're riding around, either on particularly the YouTube variety. We have all the content that's here that we also shared on Instagram, also available on our YouTube channel. And the main thing is that it's accessible to the masses now, and you have an opportunity whereas you didn't before. So not only are we offering these tools that we've offered since the end of March, what we also have successfully done is done 3 community fasts. And in doing that, it's been a way to help to create an environment where people have an appreciation for their bodies, to cultivate a deeper relationship between their physical body, their mind, and their spirit in the proper order and relationship, so that the mind governs the body, the spirit connects with the mind, rules the body. So you're able to understand about bodily sovereignty. Once that gets in, we now also get you to establish and cultivate a healthy relationship with your nutrition, with the things that you put in your body, be it through your ears, be it through your nostrils, your ear, nose, and throat, and through your eyes. And so we afford an opportunity to have folks understand the basics of fasting using a raw food fast for the solstices this year and also for the fall equinox. So we're going to continue that because it looks like we'll be in shelter at home through the spring solstice, it appears. And so we'll begin doing that. We'll begin expanding those offerings in terms of really going through what the science of fasting is like, what it's about. We did a general piece on fasting. We're going to dive in a bit more in depth to talk about why you'd want to look at fasting in a variety of ways. And we'll talk about this year, we're going to expand beyond just raw food and get into liquid fast and to talk about the benefit of a liquid fast in this Western calendar year. So we've done 3 this year, and we've done those during these times, not just to fast, not just for the reason of helping your body get better, but we've also done these fasts as a way to allow you to have the opportunity to understand that there is abundant food available. And the goal is for us to find ways to have access to it, ways that aid us in getting it. It's not in your supermarkets. It's going to be where you can at a community garden. It's going to be at a farmer's market. It's going to be at a food co-op. Again, we want to be able to aid you in not just doing the same old, but in aiding in cultivating the groundwork for a radical transformation for our communities. And some of those things are the very simple things which unfortunately have been labeled radical or revolutionary. Things like wanting clean water, clean air, and healthy food, and access to healthy food consistently. And for us, it also means that being able to understand how your body works, how your body, mind, and spirit work in connection with your food and water access, to enable you to have a clear mind to be able to make effective decisions for yourself. In other words, they will not have your consent be manufactured by the system, but for you to be able to clearly and soberly take in the information and come to the conclusion that best fits your community, your family, your household, and for you in ways that aid you and put you on mission for why you are on the planet right now. And that is our goal going forward, and to continue providing such service to the community in this way. So what you'll find in this next Western calendar year for the KhASA Association is our ability to, again, we're going to continue our fasts and expand them like I said before. We're going to explore some deeper understanding of the science of Kemet, looking at the calendar process, looking at ritual process, so that folks understand that many of the very holy days that they practice within their specific religious practice or faith practice stem from a deeper relationship to the cycles of this planet as it moves through the cosmos. And through that understanding, you can then look at how that relates to the body as microcosm. And then what you'll see is that, say, let's take like the great conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn, and then you can see how that directly applies to your body. Or how, as you've heard me say before, tonight is a great night to get out under the full moon. And most folks will wait a second, the full moon's not till the 29th. And I would agree and say, yes, the full moon is not until the 29th. However, the full moon energy extends beyond just that one day. Usually it's 2 days on either side. There's about 4 days of a full moon. Another example for that is that we just enjoyed a magnificent solstice and grand conjunction together. And on that solstice, what you see, that's supposed to be the shortest time of daylight of the year. But what I'd like you to understand is that why we would have festivals and ritual ceremonies that went across multiple days specifically occurred because the energy starts at one particular point. And even though that may be technically the shortest day, we're talking about the solstice here, the winter solstice. What ends up happening is that that particular length of time continues the cycle for about another 3, 4, 5 days. And so that even up to today, that cycle continues. And so that we're still in the solstice vibe as we slide into this full moon. And so this full moon solstice energy then creates the space where we have an opportunity to get into what we refer to as more of an asar space, of a masculine forthrightness and steadiness and stability. And it leads us right into our January 3rd ritual raising of the Jed ceremony, which is a reestablishment of the relationship between the right authority or integrity of those who we have put in positions of authority and their desire and recommitment to the community to use that authority that we have given them in ways that align with spirit, with cosmos, and with the energy of the time to the benefit of the masses. And so that majority of the ritual and practice connects us to the cycles of this planet, both within our bodies, and then because it comes not just within our bodies, but we're also trying to get in alignment with what's happening externally. And in doing so, it's a way for us to remember and connect with the Nguzo Saba, or the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, as a way to remember that we use these tools to really cultivate community, to create the space where we have a shared experience and a shared reality that affords us an opportunity to redefine the way this world is. And we know that another world is possible, and we should be working every day to make it so. And now we've had the last 9 months to begin that process, to look within ourselves, to see the ways that we may have contributed, even though our consent may have been manufactured, to be able to take these fasts with the association to get our bodies in a better place. And by better place, that means more rest if you had an opportunity to get more rest. Hopefully you had a chance to move your body with us and get some of that chi moving and flowing through you. You had a chance to address your relationship with how you eat and how you intake whatever it is into your body, be it music, be it art, be it wisdom teachings from your particular faith-based system, to afford you an opportunity to now look at your life and say, here's what we want to do. What we want to do is to create the space where I can dive more deeply into myself, into my understanding of the cycles of the planet. And so I entreat you over these next 3 nights, if it is clear enough for you to see the sky after sunset, watch the sky. Look to the southwest right around sunset. Just watch the sun go down. See the beautiful hues that paint the sky. See Saturn and Jupiter still close together. And with their closeness, they shine brightly. So close that we haven't seen it in about 600 years. Look so closely that you see Mars right above us, that you see what they call Orion's sword belt, or the system that connects with Asar or Osiris, as other folks may have known him. And really reflect on the clarity and crispness of the night, the beauty and the sense of awe that is invoked within you by recognizing that macrocosm of those millions and billions of stars and that light, and how we don't really see it as darkness. What you want to see is an expression of light in such a way that it invokes the awe within you, so that when you take the time and you can even look inside, you can see that your heart is your own sun, and aspects of that heart are also part and connected to your own Jupiter. And that as you look and learn about the relationship between the internal organs and the external planets, that you see that you are a universe. You are also multiple galaxies. Each organ, its own galaxy, its own planet. And as such, I want you to really take this time, and as you get to know yourself in these days, in this time of introspection, in this time of deep cogitation, cultivate your breath so you can be at peace and see what's really possible for you, so that you can leave behind all the things that need to be left behind, so that you can stand firmly with stability on your square, knowing that justice prevails. And we're not talking about the justice of men, we're talking about the cycles of the planet. We're talking about the justice of the Nichiru. We're talking about establishing Ma'at on a day-to-day basis. So I wanted to come to you very quickly, very briefly, as this will be our last Sunday. I'll be back on the first Sunday, I think it's actually June 3rd, and we will talk in a bit more detail about the raising of the Djed ceremony, what the raising of the Djed actually means. We'll talk about the Djed symbol with some detail and how it has been used for protection and stability. And we'll go into some discussion around its relationship to Asar, to Ptah, to the Sa'u Heru, or the sons of Heru, and how this matters today. Because this is not just random information. This is not just historical information. We go and utilize it in the terms of the Sankofa, and for us also in the terms of KhASA, to take and become aware of the surroundings, to adapt to the changes that are occurring, to make that assessment, make that adaptation that we are now aware, and then we transform ourselves in such a way that what we have done is we have changed. And that is what KhASA represents, that transformation, that change. That's why it represents the dawn or the birth of a new day. And for now, we know that these things are all happening in the signs of Aquarius, also associated with the sign of Asar, and the symbolism thereby. So I entreat you, if you have an opportunity, there's some amazing people and amazing folks around. I'm going to talk about them very briefly. I would suggest that you, if you are physically able in this year, either online or in physically distant space, take on a system of self-defense or martial arts or Mantu arts. Practice some meditation. Read books, not audio books, although they can be helpful on the drive. Read actual books. And I would suggest that you get to grow a plant. Just one. Let's start small and simple. And watch the sky. As the seasons change, as the earth moves through its orbit around our sun, the sky changes. And the reason we ask these things is because as the sky changes, as the earth changes and revolves and rotates, we too should grow and change. And so I thank you for your attention. This is a brief one. I wanted to come and share some Medu Necher, some words from the Spirit, as well as some Medu Nefer, some good words, some words of good speech with you as we're on the advent of this new Western year. But I also want to remind you that wherever you're from, take the time to learn your particular history and background so that you can learn and know that your people had a calendar too. And it's wonderful to celebrate with the dominant cultural narrative, but it really becomes important when you have your own calendar that you celebrate. So now when you celebrate with others, it's done in a place of power. It's done in a place of choice and caring, because your culture provides you with not just insurance, but with good health. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your attention. And I look forward to spending a bit more time with you either physically or in the next world. Hatipu. And that means peace, Ankh Uja Seneb, life, health, and strength. Peace out.